Sergei Sorokin, who heads up the Williams qualifying battle this season, 12-8 against Lance Stroll. He has not made it out of Q1, only 18th fastest for the man from Moscow. Lance Stroll next to cross the line. Can he go above his teammate? No, he can't. Only 19th fastest, pushes Van Dorn to the bottom of the pile. Perez needs to get out of the bottom 5, does by going 9th, and pushes Pierre Gasly into that bottom 5. Here comes the Frenchman now, crosses the line, and Gasly stays only 16th fastest, so he's been out-qualified by his teammate Brendan Hartley. Now we turn to Fernando Alonso, who does make it out of Q1 in his final qualifying session, but can his teammates Stoffel Van Dorn out-qualifying for the first time this year? No, sadly, he can't.
I lost everything. I lost all the power, now 7 tenths up. Smoke at the back of the engine.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time getting to the line.
So, for Lance Stroll then, his final race with Williams, he is the slowest of the qualifiers here in Abu Dhabi this evening. His teammate Sergei Sorokin only a few hundredths faster. Stoffel Van Dorn becomes the first driver to be whitewashed in a season by his teammate since Fernando Alonso did it to Nelson Piquet Jr. Pierre Gasly waves to the crowd and is out in Q1. Brendan Hartley, his teammate, is out as well.
And that didn't look ever so helpful. The right place to park the Haas, and that means the Ferrari is a little bit unsighted, gone a touch wide in the penultimate corner. I think Vettel will be a bit miffed with that.
So the bottom 5, Alonso, Perez, Ocon, Ericsson and Magnussen all out on the track. Next to cross the line will be Fernando Alonso. Can he get anywhere near? No, sadly not, the top 10. Only 14th fastest for Fernando Alonso. Ericsson misses out. Only 11th fastest for him. It's Perez that we're looking at right now, and he can't find the pace that he needs himself, but there are others out on the track still trying to get into that top 10.
Not least Max Verstappen.
As Daniel Ricciardo limps across the line, he's only 9th fastest. Max Verstappen goes 2nd fastest. Ricciardo, the driver right on the bubble, 10th fastest. But it's okay, because Kevin Magnussen can't improve out of that bottom 5.
Okay, abort, Daniel, abort. Slow down.
They didn't want him to complete that lap on the hypers.
Fernando Alonso finishes off his final qualifying session in the McLaren, 15th fastest. Sergio Perez just ahead of him. Kevin Magnussen, 13th fastest. Marcus Ericsson out qualified by Charles Leclerc once more. He misses out, as does Carlos Sainz, who's only reached Q3 once in his final 7 races for Renault. Have a little look, Lewis. The Union flag is fluttering in the stands for you as you enter your last flying lap of the season.
Tailwind, quite a stiff tailwind then. 8th, of course, that's you lose braking performance, and that's what caught him out last time. Lewis knows he's got to get this one absolutely perfect, because Ferrari, in the shape of Sebastian Vettel, is right on his tail time-wise.
Decent first sector from Lewis Hamilton. His teammate Valtteri Bottas just a fraction down, maybe a 10th of a second on him as Hamilton makes his way along that long back straight, some 327 kilometres an hour by the time he slams on his brakes and takes the chicane at turn 8 and 9, and that looked a lot better this time around, Martin.
Yeah, Vettel's going to cross the line with about 12 seconds to spare, so that's worked absolutely fine. The 2 Ferraris will cross the line last.
Hamilton on his way then for the next big braking zone. 4 heavy braking zones on this track, and he's 2 tenths up with 1 more sector to go. He's got the middle sector nicely hooked up this time around, as he's got the potential here on this pace to dip into the 1:34s on this lap. Valtteri Bottas, though, with a very good middle sector. He's also up on the best time that we've had so far.
Ricciardo flying in the middle sector too, and we know the Red Bull's really good in the last sector.
Gets very close to the Armco on the exit of turn 17, but so far so good for Lewis Hamilton then. Can he take pole position here once more? On the front row last year, provisional pole for Lewis Hamilton this year, and he is the first man here into the 1 minute 34s. Next to come is teammate Valtteri Bottas, who did take pole 12 months ago. Isn't going to happen this time around. Puts that Mercedes on the front row, and they are in a position for a 5th consecutive front row lockout here in Abu Dhabi.
But Vettel's flying, Ricciardo's flying, Verstappen too, not too bad. This Ricciardo looking like the faster Red Bull at the moment.
Ricciardo never been out qualified by a teammate here. He's comfortably ahead of Max Verstappen, 4th fastest. Sebastian Vettel still out on the track though, and trying to get Ferrari on pole in the shadow of Ferrari world for the first time in the 10 qualifying sessions we've had here. Goes very wide through turn 20. He's giving it absolutely everything for one more time. Vettel crosses the line, only 3rd fastest once more. Ferrari have been outdone in qualifying in Abu Dhabi by Mercedes, who have their 5th consecutive front row lockout here.
Yes! Fantastic, Lewis. That's P1. But Valtteri sat right next to us, P2, Vettel P3.
Ricciardo ahead of Verstappen. Red Bull will occupy the 3rd row. Grosjean out-qualifies Leclerc. Ocon out-qualifies Hulkenberg, who starts 10th. Lewis Hamilton, world champion in 2018, and he finishes off the season with his 83rd pole position.